of doing something, but you are afraid of doing it because maybe the height is too high? Huh? Have you ever thought of doing something yet you're like, no, I can't do it. I can't. This is too much for me. Or you are afraid of just doing certain things because of you are just afraid. I'm here to remind you to do it afraid. And I'm here to remind you to do it afraid. Do that thing afraid. Get into that business afraid. Get into, that relationship afraid. Get into that, that appointment afraid. Go to that interview afraid. Show up your skills, your talents, your gifts, afraid. Who knows how God is preparing you? And I'm serious to talk about doing things afraid. There are people, of course, because this might be a controversial discussion or topic I'm sharing, whereby someone will just like, no. You don't have to really do things afraid. You need to make sure you are on point, and then there are stuff that will not make sense. My people, there are stuff that will never, literally, they will not make sense, not until you dive in. Not until you get into the pool. Not until you get on the scene and do it. That's when things are gonna make sense. So what I'm trying to remind us is, you, young lady, you, young man, you, youth, just do it. Do that thing you want to do afraid. You are like Blessings. You are not normal. And like, how can I do this thing afraid? Like, how am I even going to start? There are things that I might not know what your belief. I might not know maybe what your background is. I might not know maybe what you have encountered in life. And like, we are coming from different backgrounds with, there are people who have gone through different phases of life, and other people, they have been tormented. Others have been, tortured. Other people have been, sexually harassed, abused, physical abuse, different kinds of abuse and trauma. And, people have been tortured, and people are so naive, and, like, their people are just so isolated and don't want to do stuffs anymore. There are people coming from a bitter upbringing, and they're just like, other people are just so scared of, coming out of their nutshell or like cocoon and do stuffs. Why? Because of some of the people is their upbringing, and some is the environment, some is the people who surrounds them that are a limitation from doing what they're supposed to do. I have given a couple of scenario like examples, and I know why, because this is a real life topic that I am sharing. And do it afraid. I would give, for example, you want to get into school. It could be nursing, teaching, engineering, and you are like, maybe there are people who have, certain people who have, given you that warning per se, I would say. Is it warning or maybe head ups and say, this field you want to get into, man, young lady, you have to be strong. I would go for that and tell myself I have to do it afraid. If it's nursing, I want to go to nursing school. They've said, microbiology, ndipo, niyovuta. It is difficult. Like microbiology for me, for instance, was, what's this? A subject that was hard for me. Like, it was hard. And I mean hard for me. I was failing to understand the concept, like just the everything, the terminologies and all that and all that. I'm a nurse by profession. Yeah, a registered nurse. So in my training, my nursing school staff and all that, I was like, no, this microbiology is just so hard for me. So and it could be that other people have experienced that maybe, and then you consult maybe from your fellow nurse saying, how was your nursing experience? Or and maybe you are fed, you are told to say, you find this course is gonna it'll fix you, so you just have to be strong and all that and all that. What I'm trying to say is you have to know who you are, know where you stand. Of course, get advice, seek advice, and it's up to you which one you're gonna get. Is it the positive side or the negative side? Which one are you going to sieve? Go in school with the mentality of, yes, okay, they've said it's hard. So does it mean I'm not going to pursue this degree or this master's or this diploma or this certificate because they've said, oh, this course or this subject is hard? So I am reminding you, watching or connecting to this video, that you can do what you want to do in fear first. Allow yourself to step in with that fear. Leap into that, take a leap of faith, even though you have that. And I know it will contradict a little bit, but I hope I'll not lose you. What I'm just trying to say is, step into that pool, step into that nursing, step into that college, step into that university, step into that marriage, step into that relationship, or whatever that you are doing. It could be a business, and afraid. You can have questions, and not all questions are gonna be answered. Start bit by bit researching as you are doing it. Of course, you don't have to be ignorant. Again, there are steps that you have to do it to take that step. Like, you need to get into this, and not until you at that position where you know that I am getting into this with full information. Don't get me wrong. There are steps that you can get into with full 100% information, knowledge, and all that understanding. But there are others which you just need to, that's a risk that you need to get into and say, I'm gonna learn as I go. As long as you tell yourself, I will get to know more about this, day by day. You just need to dedicate your time to doing that, devote your time to learning, to discovering what is this project that I am getting into, what is this school or field that I'm getting into, what is it all about. Day by day, you are researching, you are having knowledge about that. It could be the ways of how to study maybe a subject or a course or something like that. You navigate stuff as you go day by day, but you just have to know that, okay, I have to do it afraid. It could be, a man has been pursuing you, and for those of you single ladies, I almost say for those of us single ladies. So for those of you, if you are the you or the us or the whosoever, single ladies, you are like, this man, but I can see 2% of this, 20% of this, 5% of this, but now I'm not really sure, about, I'm not really sure about this other side of this man deeply. My lady, you are wasting your time waiting to say, not until I know this person 100%, that's when I'm gonna accept him. You are wasting it. So to ladies, this is something that I am whispering to you, and this is a strategy. So this is a strategy to those ladies. Don't just wait until you see the man, everything that you have. Of course, the man must have a blueprint. A man has to lead. You have to know who you are getting yoked to. Is this man I'm getting to know a leader, and me as the follower or the helper getting into his life? Am I gonna fit? Does he know where he's going? Am I following the good leader? Because a man should lead and you have to follow. You get, just as you have to present and a man should pursue. As a lady, you have to present yourself and a man is going to pursue you. I don't even know why I've gone. I don't even know why I've gone there, but maybe there's something that, maybe God wants to communicate to somebody. Yeah, but you have to do it afraid. Of course, pray about stuffs. Pray about everything. You might not get clarity right there and then, because life, the way life is, I have had my own piece of cake about the ups and downs and here and there. And it will not present you the straight line of like, okay, this is the green light, walk into the green, the greener pastures or something like that. There are times for me, life, and according to my journey of faith, I've been able to just have glimpse of my life, dots, which as I walk into them, and accepting to say, okay, this is it. Eventually, they make a straight line. So don't wait to have a million of maybe kwacha, pula, pounds, dollars, or whatsoever for you to start up that business. You are wasting time. First of all, you are the first capital. As long as you are breathing, I've talked about this. If you've been following me in some videos, I've talked about you are the first capital. As long as you are breathing, you are the first capital. God, if you are privileged that you are breathing, you are health, that just your health is your first capital. You are moving, you are walking, you've got legs, you can see, you can, that is your first capital. And the other thing is now identifying, what can I do? What can I do? What skill can I sharpen? I have potential in this and that and this and that. What should I work on? So as you are doing that, you are doing things afraid. You are stepping into your destiny afraid, and you are implementing stuffs as you are in the afraid phase, and not until you have now the clarity phase, which comes later, because there are stuff that will not even make sense as you are beginning. And to most of you, other people will even laugh at you. Oh my guy, why are you even doing this? Why you HTDF? There are people who tell you stuffs to put. Some is out of jealous, and that they are envying you. They don't want you to get into that business. They don't just want you to to implement, maybe to have your own business. They don't want you to be above them. But others, they are just, it's out of being cautious of this is dangerous per se, but you have just to gauge. And that's why I said you have to discern. So do things afraid. Do things afraid. Do things afraid. Go to school, study, put in your best. God will do the rest. You have to know that God can't do what you can do. He can only do what you cannot do. So he can't study for you. He can't study for you. If you are a businessman or business lady and all that, he can't attend business, seminars for you and all that. Do what you can and leave other stuffs to God to handle for you. So do things afraid and trust in God that he is able to make that clarity. The Holy Spirit will eventually, open up your eyes, open up your ears, and you are going to know. There's time when you know deep down, what that this I have known. Now this has made sense. This has made it is clarity. Now it is clarified. This point is clarified. But yet when you are starting, people were even laughing at you and we can even give maybe an example, a couple of examples to these big, maybe what's this, business people. We can talk of Microsoft. We talked of Apple and all that. You just survey how people, these guys, started. Facebook and all these other stuff. There are stuff that it do not make sense. It will not make sense. So I'm reminding you, get into that relationship afraid with questions. Of course, talk to your partner, your fears, communicate, your vulnerability, communicate. What are your likings? What are your do's and your don'ts? As you are getting, because somebody can't just open up their life to you just right there and then, because you want to step into something with with clarity, So just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't there's things coming, but I'm like, should I? Oh my goodness, should I? So get into those stuffs with fear as you are afraid. I know some of the people would come to my inbox and say, but now being afraid, now the fear and all that, it's normal to have that human kind of faces, because we have 4 faces, which I can't talk about right now. It might be a topic for another day, but you just have to know that we have the humankind, the lion, the eagle, the lamb, and all that. We are Christ Jesus lives in us, so portraying all those faces. So today you might be so aggressive with life, and tomorrow you might be soft, and so balance. Learn to balance. Be soft on yourself, be at ease on yourself. So yeah, do it afraid. Is it that decor you'd want to start that business for doing decors for parties, weddings and all that? Sometimes your first decor would be so messed up. It will break the news, the internet, to say, did you see? Were you thinking to even post this on Facebook or maybe internet or anything like that? Some of you, it could be makeup. The first person you do makeup on, it's, oh my goodness. Who born this person that did this to your face? People would ask. Some of you, it could be baking. The first time you start that baking, journey. You can't even a baby can't even have a taste of, sorry to exaggerate a little bit, but can't even have a taste of what you have baked. Don't feel intimidated. Keep pushing. Attend those baking classes. Attend those makeup classes. Attend those, attend whatever that you want to venture into. Do that. Do a course. Invest in that. Your confidence is going to be built, and believe me, when we meet you maybe months, years down the line, you'll be like, have you seen what Blessings is doing? Have you seen what Mapalo is doing? Have you seen what this man is doing? Oh, he just started from this and this and this and that. And other people who know you, they'll have a story. That's why when you admire the glory, remember to ask for the story. Yeah, so remember to ask for the story. And by the way, we have the book running. We have the book, You Admire the Glory, then ask for the story. So if you want to grab the copies or the copy, you can contact us at Blessy TV on Facebook, on Instagram, and we'll be able to, to get back to you on how you can receive that copy. You can just inbox us, and you learn what I have said from the book, because it's part of I've just related, I've just attached to it. I wasn't even intending to talk about my book, but I've just realized that my life has been most of the things that I'll step in afraid, and and sometimes people will be like, wow, how did you even do, not knowing that before I implemented this thing, my guy, my girl, it was not easy. It was not easy. Even these same you people seeing me on this platform talking like this, if you see the first videos that I did 2021, is it 2021 mid, somewhere there, like, you can laugh. Sometimes it was just like you just find yourself, you feel like just talking. You feel like talking. And you just grab your phone, put the camera and start talking, not knowing that what you're talking is making sense. It's solution to somebody. Before you know it, people start approaching you and saying, this is... Not knowing that I'll just do stuff myself, on my status and, just play around and all that. Not knowing that this thing is a blessing to somebody. So even, for instance, YouTubers, content creators and all that, try to check them. Their first content. Oh my goodness. The cameras they were using. And all that. Their appearance and everything. Not until after cancel, after checking, after learning, after studying, after doing, oh, this is how it is done. And they are pros now, you get. So it is always fearful. It is always you get nervous, you get anxious. I believe, hey, when I had the Blessed TV come up when I was praying, and then I was like, okay, this is how it's gonna be, and all that. Believe me, hey, it wasn't easy. Until after rebuke, and until I was just like, oh my goodness, okay, let me just start anyway, So do it afraid. As long as in that makeup artist, you are a healer. You are healing somebody. You are making somebody put on a smile on their faces. You are baking those cakes. You are making somebody smile, and that cake is medicine. So don't give up on what you are doing. You could be a hairdresser. I mean, when you started, you even know. You even know. That's why some of you are even just trying out in your the household, so that if you do their faces, their heads, you mess them up, nobody will say bring back my money. So you practice. So do it, but with practice until you perfect it. So do it afraid. Get into those stuffs afraid. Seek counsel, learn, do, as you go, you perfect everything. So this is what I had for you, and thank you so much for joining in. Just tell somebody that they should visit our they should contact us for maybe the book, if you need the book. And we have a couple of stuff by God's grace coming up, so just stay tuned and tell that sister that they should do that business afraid. They should jump into that relationship afraid, and they should accept that man afraid. Propose to that lady. To you young men, I'm giving you a strategy as well. Go advance with fear. But you just need to be confident and compose yourself to say, oh my goodness, you find the way of how you're going to put the proposal and all that. Try. It's better you do it afraid and you fail than not doing it. So it's better you do it than not doing it and then realizing that maybe your girl has been taken, your man has been taken. And for those of you ladies who be like, oh, I'm gonna accept after this. Okay, you find he has been taken. You young lady, you find that he has been taken. You young man, you find that a guy has swiped. The lady has been taken. So be strategic as you're doing this life, and let's enjoy life together. Do everything. I mean, you need to seek counsel and just see to it that the certain stuffs you don't need to get into them afraid. You need clarity, like I said. And thank you so much for joining in. God bless. God bless. Thank you.